What's up, YouTube? I'm back to do a video in response to Dustin, DMBB1239. I had to look over there to get it. Right over here, I got it written down. Can't remember shit like that. But he's got a contest. Very good idea. Just a top 10. Any top 10. It could be your top 10 albums that begin with J. Top 10 female artists. Top 10 whatever. So I chose top 10 novelty records for my contest entry. And if you haven't seen Dustin's channel, please go there again, DMBB1239. Hey, I remembered that. And he's a good guy. He's got some great stuff. He's getting a nice collection going, and he's really fun to watch too. So, what's up, brother? I've seen Jonas's top 10 Swedish mind-melting prog records. Awesome. I've seen Mr. Hall of Fame's top 10 logos. Very good idea. So I decided to show top 10 novelty. Novelty can mean a bunch of different things, but you'll see what I think novelty is. What I got playing in the back is a novelty record in my book. It's actually a soundtrack for a movie that I grew up on, The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. This is with Dr. J, Julius Irving, for those not in the know. And he plays a basketball player. What a stretch. But it's actually a cool movie. Now, Mr. Hall of Fame started his video by showing some honorable mentions. So, and again, trying to squeeze 10 of anything into a video, he kind of got a little spillover. So I thought that the top 10 also should have the honorable mention. So I'm going to show that. And this, again, epitomizes the novelty record. I showed this before, so that's why it's not in my list. This is the To Catch a Fire record from the Wailers. And this obviously is probably the quintessential novelty record, but I already showed it, so that's that. I showed this one as well. Again, this epitomizes novelty. The box from Public Image Limited. Everybody should have this one. Okay? All right. So, a couple more things like the Banana Splits. These are all honorable mentions. Again, I grew up watching these guys. I'm born in 1967, folks. I ain't no spring chicken. Another I grew up on. Batman soundtrack from the television show. This is getting rarer to find. Really cool. And again, now you buy these records, I listen to them once, and now I'll file them away, and I'll probably never listen to them again unless it's for, you know, showing a friend or whoever. But it's more just for the collectability. Now, probably the original, most famous novelty cover is this one. The Beatles, Yesterday and Today, the Butcher cover. The infamous, famous, everybody wants the Butcher cover. Now, the reason that this is not in the top 10 is because this ain't an original. It's a reissue. They just reissued this, so you can get this. But the real ones go for, depends on the condition, $500 to $1,000. Here's a band called Electric Frankenstein. And they did their version of the Butcher cover. So I kind of dig that. Goes along with that. Probably the first novelty record that I remember growing up is this one. I'll just show it. I've already been showing it at the bottom. Grand Funks Were an American Band. Now, my dad had a copy of this when I was growing up, and I used to spin this when I was a kid. And the reason that I found this novel, I think it's no surprise. I think most of us have this. But when I was a kid, and I don't think too many albums were pressed on colored vinyl. So for me, this is the first colored vinyl that I've ever seen in my life. To me, this was novel. Okay? Again, so that's that. And of course, I got to have the sealed version. Okay? Now, here's where the top 10 begins. Official top 10 Mibbertube novelty records. Here we go. Number 10. This woman was a 70s icon. Charo, 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 coochie, coochie, coochie. Now, I just got this for the cover. I didn't care what she sang or how she sounded. But Charo conveniently placed coochie, coochie in a nice strategic spot there. I saw this, I had to have it. And Charlo was big in the 70s. You know, she was on, she's a singer, a musician's putting it lightly. And she wound up being on shows like The Love Boat and Fantasy Island and whatever. All right, that was number 10. Number 9, Greeno. Greeno just showed this one. And I agree, this is a great record. Novelty, Grand Funk, another one, Shining On. It has 3D glasses. You're supposed to pop these out, put them like this. You know, you can smoke a little whatever if you want to add to the effect. But the jacket is in 3D. And then they got a sleeve inside that folds out to a poster. It's all 3D. Grand Funk's got some nice novelty records. There's another one called E Pluribus Funk, and it's in the shape of a coin. It's a round cover, and that's a pretty cool one. It's on the list. And of course, I gotta have the sealed version. Okay, never gonna open this one. So that was number 9. Number 8. Again, being a child of the 70s, early 70s for that matter, I grew up on this show. Everybody wanted to be on this show. All my friends, all my classmates, everybody. The show called Zoom. And this was a show that was kind of like, you know, on the same PBS channels like Sesame Street and The Electric Company. These kids were like our Mouseketeers. Like my parents had the Mouseketeers. This was our version. These kids were the shit. They did the coolest stuff. They came up with their own language called Ubby Dubby. Hi-bye, friends. They had their own arm movements and stuff. And the coolest kids on the block right here, Zoom. Come on and zoom, 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 zoom. We're gonna roll out the barrel. Okay, now number 7. This is a band called Rocket from the Crypt. And what's cool about this is I bought this at the shop, and I'm trying to pull the record out to play it on their. They got a machine you can actually spin the records on and check them out before you buy it. I couldn't pull it out because the label is actually part of the cover. It's stuck. You got to razor that cover gently, and then you'll be able to pull the record out. You know, but this is stuck in there. It's going to be forever stuck because that's novel. That's a novelty record right there. Number 7. Okay. Number 6. Band called The Helicopters. Kind of a garage punk rock band from Sweden. And this one comes in the form of a pizza box. And the pizza box flips up to have a pizza record in there. Okay? And so that's novelty. Number 6, Helicopters pizza record in a pizza box. Now, number 5 was, again, a novelty record of a group, actually a comedy group that I was raised on, and we all know and love, Cheech and Chong Los Cochinos. Another novelty record because, you just think this is the cover? Nope. Yeah. Reveals the goodies inside the door there. Oh, yeah. So I grew up on Cheech and Chong. My mom had this record. So I remember pulling this and, you know, going, wow, what is that in the door there? You know what I mean? And I was real young. Of course, we all know and love what it is now. But great group. Cheech and Chong. Let's see. Okay, what was that? That was number 5. This is number 4. Kind of on the same tip. This is a Child's Garden of Grass. A pre-legalization comedy. Now, how's that for a cover? Didn't everyone's coffee table once look like that? Maybe they look like it now. And the back. You know what's really cool? Like High Times magazine, they have a centerfold. There you go. Quite the novel record. Okay. Where are we at here? We're at number 3. Kind of going along what I got played here. Oh, the drink of the day, orange or a grape crush. Hold on a second. I'm a little parched. There's another basketball themed. Another thing I grew up on. Everybody knows. Everybody has heard of the Globetrotters. Yeah, this is a rare one. And what's cool about this is it's got all the cast of characters: Metal Lark Lemon, Curly Neal, and J.C. Gibson, Bobby Joe, B.J. Mason, Freddie Neal, Curly Neal, Pablo Pabs Robertson, all these guys. They used to play, and they still do. They have an incarnation of them now where they play games with, I think it's like the Washington Senators or something. It's always the same team, and they always win. And it pops out like that. Again, Novelty. Okay? I haven't even listened to this, but this is on the Kirshner label. And this is getting harder and harder to find. Okay? All right, now moving right along. Number 2 is from one of my favorite bands. Again, one of my favorite bands because it takes me back. One thing about music is you can put a song on and it, boom, takes you right back. You are no older than you were when you listened to it the first time. It just, time machine. That's why I think we all love in music, is because it takes us back. This is actually a flexi disc in Reflex magazine. And the band I'm getting at is the Smashing Pumpkins. The cover features Ice Cube. This is from 1992. It doesn't say what month. It says issue number 23. 1992. And this is a rare flexi disc. Okay? It's still in there. Will never be played. There's the band. See if I can see that over there. And Corrigan still had hair. Rare of rare. Put that in a plastic holder. That was number 2. Now, drum roll please. Number 1. Strictly for novelty. And when I saw this, I had to get it. I didn't give a shit what was on the vinyl, but I had to get it. Danny Bonaduce. Now, if that's not the epitome of a novelty record, I don't know what is. And this is actually, I know, stand back. Hold on. This is actually a promo. Oh yeah, we go rare here. So that was number 1. Danny Bonaduce, as seen on the weekly Partridge Family show. Again, I grew up on that. So there's my top 10 novelty records. So hope you appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed, had some fun. I had fun making it. Again, thanks Dustin for a great contest. And for those who don't know Dustin, DMBB1239. Go check him out. Thanks everybody. Peace. Later.